Personal speech. All right with you. Welcome to another video here on this channel. Today we are going to talk about logs. What is the log for? In a very simplified way, saying it works if you need to create in your application a certain security. If you want know what has been changed, by whom it was changed, the date that has been changed. If you are a system administrator, where several people constantly change the database, you want to have control of everything that's changed. The log is perfect for this. I have already created here my tables, also my screens, and I will show you how to create the log from logic. Here in a more simplified way, you can use this here as a sketch for later increase in your application and make it more robust. For more attributes, for more tables, put this in more actions. But I'm sure watching this video, you will already have an idea of how to create. And with that, will open your mind to develop things. Getting better and safer here in the OutSystems is fine. Well, here is my log table. She has, or event, that right ahead I will show you what it is for. The date I have here a reference attribute for my other customer base, which will be the table I'm going to use, is as an example, and also has the reference attribute for iOS already. That makes linking to the default user table here from aux. Good with this created here. We will then create the logic for our logs. Okay, let's go here in the logic tab. Let's create a new server action with the name of logs. This XO server, she will have to have attributes is input funnels. Right, so we can use this later. They're inside our application, and these inputs are going to be basically the attributes of our loves table. So let's start here by keeping Clint there from. Already came here with correct data time. Let's create that in this case. No need to have some identifier, its text type same. Let's create two. Also came here with the correct data time. And we will also need create one new local variable with name logs. This local variable is the type of our table. And she comes here with all the attributes inside, exactly what we need. Let's then create the flow here of the action of our logs. First we in AA here, I will define the name here is 7 logs. And inside this AA, we're going to start assigning the values to our is our parameters here. Okay, let's start with A. I will say that the 8-point lobby, it equals 0. In this case, has to be null. Next we will define the user by example. Let's say the dot names and the variables. And he gets our parameter that we created there earlier. We do the same for those missing. Let's recreate here for the event. Gross point events receives the input parameter that we create. Let's stay here. He will receive also the parameter, and finally, but also extremely important, we attribute is the same. It could be Kartik. In this case here, I will put Kartik team to have greater accuracy. They're in the showing of my data. After setting it from here, we're back here in our ABA. Lies down. We drag here. This cross action of ours. Here in my case, I already used platform acceleration and created my customer tables. Detail. Loves and I have two. I will leave them here all as anonymous. And here on my clade the tail is where I want to apply. It's the vlogs of my application. Here when I create a new customer, I want that my logs detect is that a customer was created or replaced. And in my other, on my other screen where, in a real common scenario, only administrators would have access, I can see there is in real time. We can say like this, everything happening in my application. Okay, then ready. We saw here and clade the tail. No save the tail button. And drag our eyes here. With the logs here, let's define now your values. From IED client, his IED will be what comes from this action up here. Because it is the most recent, so our database will always be up to date. The correct way. Now here in ours is, we have to do. We're going to create here the logic of what will appear to us on our log screen. We need to create an if. Within that if, we will say the following. Here our client is, if they come with adulo, same adulo, be equal to 1. We'll say the customer. We can here, with our table, listically, search even the name of the customer that was created or replaced. We say the customer. In this first case, was created. Otherwise, we say the customer too. Customers. We can even copy this from here. Or customer. He was. Continues. What is this going to do here? Will show me on my other batch screen if the customer, so-and-so or Ciclano customer, was created or replaced. Remembering that this same action, this same logic that I'm implementing here, you could put in several others. Using in several other fields, in several other scenarios. Okay, this is really for you to have one notion. Ready. And here he is complaining because he needs user ID. In this case, we go get. Oh, get EO looks. He will pick up the user who is logged in. Adding or updating to this moment, I will give the Publici here now. Ready now that with our application already open on the web. I logged in here with this default user from OutSystems. I have no created customer. I will create the first. Let's say this client is called Jew. And that is birthday. I will put here any date. Hello ready. Once saved, this here will appear to me in the names. How John was created. It will appear here that Jew was created by the user such. January 20th, which is the day I'm recording. Ready, let's go back here. And let's say that Jew was called Jew Santos. You're saved. I come here loves us. Client Jew Santos was hit here. You could create a more specific logic to say that the client named Jew, now his name is Jew Santos, is to say that the client Jew was old. Such and change to another age. Finally, here it goes. Of your need and how specific you need to be can be created here. Filters for you to search for when you've already started here. Diverse and diverse logs is created. Several changes for you to know. To search by date, per day, even by the hour. This here is just one sketch of how you create one log. If it was useful, you lost. Share, like, comments. Okay, good study and see you in the next video.